I've mentioned again and again on stream that my #1 DLC chapter would be Alien. It's one of the greatest sci-fi horror movies of all time and leaves vast room for creativity in terms of map and killer design. Also, Ripley is a survivor. Hell yeah. So, as soon as I saw that Wheatdraws on Twitter was working on a chapter concept and icons for an Alien chapter, I immediately got in touch and asked for permission to use his design in a video. He told me that not only was he creating a concept, but that Rarithlinks, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Rarithlinks, the guy who made that fantastic Springtrap menu example, was working on a video showcasing the concept's power, and that I would have permission to not only use his icons, but that video too. Well, the video came out, and at time of recording currently sits at just shy of 12,000 upvotes on the DBD subreddit, so you've probably already seen that video. Nevertheless, here is the video that I would do on that chapter if it were real. I've linked to both Wheatdraws and Rarithlinks in the description, so please go and check them out if you haven't already and drop them a subscribe and a follow and stuff like that. So, on with that concept. Whoa, imagination. I'm gonna edit that bit so it's not too cringe. After years of hopeful anticipation, Behaviour have not secured the rights to use Alien in Dead by Daylight. The Chapter 20 PTB is not live and doesn't bring with it a new killer, 3 new killer perks, and some fancy new map effects. First up, we have the new map effects. When playing against the new killer, maps are shrouded in darkness with a thick fog and the occasional burst of lightning. This effect creates a deep and intense atmosphere, making even older locations like the Macmillan Estate, shown in the background video, intensely creepy. Hopefully over time we see more killers have map-wide effects like this. Imagine this with Wraith or Myers. Spooky! Next up, we have the new killer, the Xenomorph. The Xenomorph moves at 4.6 meters per second and has a terror radius of 32 meters. The description states that they're an invasive killer able to slip past survivors and cleave through entire groups of creatures of genetically perfected aggression. Incredibly predatory and hostile, proving itself to be the ultimate lethal life form. The killer's power is called Lethal Life Form. It takes 50 seconds to charge, and once the power button is held off and the power gauge is fully charged, the alien enters Skulk Mode. In Skulk Mode, the vaulting speed is 15% faster, survivors in your terror radius hear a distant terror radius, you are undetectable, and your basic attack is replaced with the special Maiming Rake. Maiming Rake allows you to rush forward and deals damage to any survivors you come into contact with, but colliding with the environment will briefly stun you. This also depletes the power gauge at a rate of 10% every second, and you exit Skulk Mode when the power gauge empties. The killer's secondary ability is called Hunt. Pressing the active ability button while skulking allows you to see survivors within your distant terror radius of Killer Instinct for 5 seconds. Those survivors hear a hissing audio cue, and this ability depletes the power gauge by 30%. Its power is a bit of a hybrid ability, right? It allows a degree of stealth while skulking, and then an action-packed burst of violence when using Maiming Rake. The Hunt ability allows you to sneak up on your prey or misdirect survivors into thinking that you're sneaking up on them. That's really cool. I like that. It's very Alien. That's very fitting. The killer's 3 new perks are Out of Sight, Isolating Dread, and Hex Stowaway. Out of Sight grants you the undetectable status effect for 15 seconds after vaulting and has a cooldown of 30 seconds. Isolating Dread causes survivors to suffer from the blindness and oblivious status effects as long as they're being chased, and thereafter for 10 seconds. And finally, Hex Stowaway applies this effect to any dull totem remaining on the map when you gain the undetectable status effect, and there's a cooldown of 20 seconds. Any survivor that cleanses the Hex caused by this perk emits a terror radius of 24 meters for 20 seconds. Any number of Hex Stowaway totems can be on the map at a time. These are less meta perks by themselves and more about being combined with existing killer abilities or existing perks. Perks like Out of Sight might work really well in conjunction with Bamboozle, and Isolating Dread is particularly strong on non-stealth killers that might want an edge to misdirect other players. Hex Stowaway would be extremely powerful on killer builds like Mira Myers. Of course, all of these work exceptionally well with the new killer. Overall, the visual design and aesthetic of this killer is absolutely spot on. The perks are strong additions to the roster, and the map effects are gorgeous. I'm so excited that this killer finally isn't in the game, and I can't wait for it to not release later next month. Okay, reminder, this concept and the perk art was created by Wheatdraws, and the video was made by Rarithlinks. I am using them with permission, but please go and check them out. Links in the description. Please go and check them out. It's fantastic work. If you want me to cover other killer concepts, I've actually got a few ideas myself, and Wheatdraws has made like 5 different incredible killer concepts, including Death Stranding and Five Nights at Freddy's, so I might cover those too. Let me know what you thought of this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Ooh, spooky Xenomorph map effects. Ugh, dearie me. I had a lot to eat, so I'm like, ugh, while recording this. I'm probably going to cut this out of the video, so yeah, I'm not seeing this. Or maybe I'll just fade out. I'll just do a fade out, like here. That'll be funnier. Yeah. Ah! I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm calm.